Hello and welcome to Leeroy Gaming, where today we continue our playthrough of the life and suffering of Sir Brante. Now, if you're just for the first time stumbling upon this walkthrough slash playthrough, do check out episode 1 to get more information on what this game is all about. You're going to find that link below as well. All right, without further ado, let's just jump right into it and continue our fully narrated playthrough. Year 1135, Spring, the Code of Laws. You're on your way to the largest library in Eterna to study for your entry exams. It is right next to the college. The streets are full of people. Everybody's excited. You hesitate for a few seconds. Let your curiosity get the better of you and head towards the place where you will soon study. Before long, you hear the shouting. The great chancellor is about to give a speech about the future of the empire. You cannot possibly miss this. You mix with the crowd and soon find a convenient place to listen and watch what is about to unfold. On the steps of the college, you see a small tribune guarded by two Arcanians armed with swords. This is the first time you have ever seen an Arcanian standing guard, let alone two of them. The doors of the college open to reveal a stately Arcanian surrounded by an honor guard. It is he, Cornelius Tempest, Great Chancellor of the Empire, younger brother to the Emperor himself. He heads for the tribune and casts a look over the square. It is full of people in awe and utter silence. Cornelius Tempest. Long ago, humans witnessed Arcania's arrival. The two nations built the empire side by side. The provinces joined us one by one, and Magra was the final province to attain absolute might and majesty of the blessed Arcanian Empire. Yet there was another great event long before that, 1,000 years ago. The twins had graced us with their presence. With their arrival, the twins granted us their will. They showed us their love and their law, and they granted us knowledge of what awaits us in the hereafter. They chose the dynasty of Tempest to rule the empire, and from that day forth our dynasty has ruled this land, ordained by the gods themselves. However, it is our duty to the twins not to seek power for power's sake, but rather to lead the empire to further prosperity, and so that the great Imperial Council is soon to review and adopt a new set of laws called the Creed. Under the Creed, all estates will be granted rights. Under the Creed, there will be one law for all Imperial citizens to obey, human or Arcanian, from the lowliest commoner to the Emperor himself. The strife among the estates will end. A single law will resolve all of our quarrels. Glory to the Empire! The Great Chancellor throws his arms up into the air. The crowd murmurs and applauds in approval. Cornelius Tempest casts another look over the crowd and leaves. The crowd disperses. The sounds of agitated discussion are everywhere. Is it true that the Emperor's dynasty seeks to grant equal rights to all the estates? What will happen to the Empire then? The girl from your past. It's early morning. You have been awake since sunrise, studying. There's a knock on the door. It's a letter from home or a hotel servant. You open the door and freeze, stunned. Sophia. Hello, Brante. Before you sent Sophia, the girl who used to live next door. She's all grown up now. Looks so different, but you would always recognize those blue eyes no matter what. You gesture her to come in. Sophia enters the room, glances around, and sits in an armchair. You eye the girl you used to know as you sit across from her, but the young woman you see now has little in common with the girl you used to know. There's a cold steel in the way she looks at things. Her hair is cut short. But what is she doing here? Sophia. I can explain. I've been living in Eterna for a long time now. Ever since I ran from Anazare. Heard the other day that you'd left for the capital to get into the college, so I found you, and here I am. You ask how Sophia learned about your arrival and where you are staying, but she answers your questions with an enigmatic smile. we'll get to that later. Right now, I want to see how much you've changed since we last saw each other. As for me, I've changed a lot. I'm a whole different person now. Look away as you recall your previous encounter, back when Sophia ran away from her Arcanian master. Sophia chuckles as she continues. Would you like to know what happened next? I traveled through the entire empire, all alone. I had nothing. My journey ended once when I reached this place, the capital, with all its important people and events. This is the heart of the empire. It's a place where I can make a difference. I made friends here, found people I can truly call my family. I even gotten an education sorts. And I have a purpose now. I fight against injustice. I fight against the lots. I fight those who treat our lives like mud on the pavement. And no, I'm not afraid to tell you that. I came to you for a good reason. I need help. I know you. I have faith in your good heart. And besides, this is also about the Imperial College you want to enroll in. There's a scholar there by the name of Bartholomew Dextra. He teaches natural sciences at the college. Dextra is an old man, but he's quite progressive. He'll stop at nothing to advance science and acquire new knowledge. As you know, only second-generation nobles or above are allowed to teach at the college. But Dextra, he's a commoner. He forged his patent of nobility to get position at the college. But the secret chancellery recently learned of this. Dextra is about to face true death for this forgery. But how is that justice? A man wants to teach people, and for this they're going to take all his lives? They're going to punish him for the crime of being born in the wrong state? It's evil and obscene. I will not stand for it. Dextra deserves to be rescued. But I don't want to put anyone in danger, so I need your help. You're from a rich family. You're almost a noble. If you help me get Dextra out of the city, nobody will suspect anything. No one will know, and the scholar will live on to continue his research elsewhere, far away from the secret chancellery. Will you help me? You feel perplexed by Sophia's sudden request. She's asking you to break imperial law and undermine the work of the secret chancellery to save the scholar. Rescuing Dextra would be an adventure, but it would also be incredibly dangerous. And besides, Dextra is a fake noble. She resorted to lies and deceit to get this current position. How much does this matter to you? Sophia's blue eyes are studying you, waiting for your answer. So her options are to help her. You can refuse. We can't choose assuage your guilt. Wait. Wow. Well, if you were merciless with her, you could turn her over to auto, where you help her now will make up for what you did to her. Oh, wow. Yeah, we don't want anything to do, honestly, with messing with the Empire and our chance to become a noble, so we're gonna refuse. Sorry, Sophia. We saved your life once and died for it. We're not about to do that again. No, you say. You're not going to help Sophia. You're not going to break any laws for her sake. Did not come to the capital for this. Dextra, a fake noble, deserves his fate. Try to fool the law, the college, and the empire itself. Even a scientific genius must be punished for such forgery and deception. He had a paper that said he was a noble, but only a sacrament can make a person noble. So Dextra's crime is also an affront to the gods themselves. Sophia leaps to her feet, eyes burning with wrath, about to shine with yellow light again. You cringe involuntarily. Your law makes slaves of us all. We are born, we live, and we die. All to serve those who were born in a higher state. Is this the order you want to protect? Defiant Sophia's eyes fade. She suddenly grows silent, then continues calmly. Then so be it. I don't blame you. It's not easy to break these chains when you've been wearing them ever since you were born. They bind you better than any magic. I hope you realize this before our great empire chews you and spits you out. Goodbye. Sophia leaves. The door shuts behind her. Return to your books. The entrance exam is coming up. You have to work hard if you want to achieve your goals. A few days later, a newspaper article catches your eye. Bartholomew Dextra, an elderly lecturer at the Imperial College, was arrested while attempting to escape the capital. The scholar was sentenced to breaking on the wheel and subsequently true death for forging a patent of nobility. And so the fake noble suffered in death as he was supposed to suffer in life.
I will never forget that day. For it was then that I chose the path I would walk for the rest of my life.
To 3 lots. There are only a few days left until the Imperial College entrance exam. History, law, theology. You spend all day reading and rereading the books you brought with you, staying at the Library of Eterna for hours, sometimes until it closes. As the day of the exam approaches, your hands start shaking more and more, and finally the day comes. A clear sky hangs over Eterna today. The breeze is warm. You dress in your best outfit, a gray jacket and velvet cut-off trousers. And comb your hair carefully and polish your boots until they shine. You leave the lodging house and head to the Imperial College. Your legs grow heavier with each step. Your anxiety at the fact that fate will be decided today is virtually tearing you apart. The college is a majestic building that looks not unlike a castle. In a square in front of it, you can already see several dozen people. Young men, sons of noble of the mantle like you, waiting for college's doors to open. Time slows to a crawl. At last the doors open. A stately man dressed in professor's mantle appears at the entrance. He is the dean of the college. Students to be fall silent as the dean gets ready to deliver his welcoming speech. But the silence is interrupted by heavy footmen and clanking armor. A squadron of warriors emerge in a college, led by Arcanian officers. Their banners bear an image of golden grain. The noble militia of Monia province? What are they doing here? The nobles of Monia form a circle around the college, each warrior moving quietly and precisely until a chain is formed. One of Arcanians is clad in an old-fashioned suit of armor. He is the leader of the militia. He locks the bar on the massive door of the college into place, then proceeds to the stairs to address the crowd loudly. Agorius Monrogue. Commoners, before you stands Agorius of the Monrogue dynasty, Archduke of Monia. By my will, the college is hereby closed and today's entrance exam is cancelled. Your lowly origins make you unfit for the great honor of rendering services to the Empire. A right that are out to be available only to the hereditary nobles of the sword. The college's reputation has been tarnished. It breeds mock nobles who bear not a trace of noble blood. You belong in the lowly estate, but have forgotten your place. Cornelius Tempest and other traitors to the Empire are indulging you in defacing the institution of the nobility for their own lowly interests. A noble lot for those of low birth? How can this be? I will not stand for this disintegration of the Imperial Order. Now turn away from the college this instant and return to the humble trades of your ancestors. Plow your fields, bend your boots, and work and suffer by your lot. If any of you dare to set foot upon these stairs, you will be killed at once. The students to be meet their speech with a stunned silence. The crowd in the square is growing, however. News of the Monian noble militia and the college's closure spread through the streets like wildfire. More humans join the crowd. College students, commoners, officials who work hard to be ennobled. Unrest grows around you. You hear people calling to rush Archduke Monrogue's forces, take control of the college, and defend your rights to become noble. The Emperor himself gave us this right. We have to fight for it. This is a decisive moment for all of you. Old gentry has challenged you. Will you accept this challenge? In the face of this shameful, illegal act by the Archduke's forces, you may prove that that you all deserve the noble lot. We'll need to break through the cordon, get inside the college, and take control of it. The nobles will never dare hurt you if your presence is strong enough. If you're ready to risk it all and fight for your right to the nobility, you will have to lead the charge. People keen, keep coming to the square in the meantime, and including students and teachers from the Divine Seminary. The lot of the clergy is to guide others to the right path. When estate clash, the priests are bound to intervene. The seminary teachers instruct their students to form a line between the noble militia and the outraged crowd. The priests begin telling the warrior nobles and the righteous commoners to return to their preordained divine order, lest they provoke the wrath of the gods. The wrath of the gods, as the priests utter these words, the crowd around you disappears. A vision appears before your eyes. The empire is ablaze. You see burning land steeped with pain and despair everywhere you look. Rivers are flowing to extinguish the burning world. You can tell that soil scorched by such fire will never bear fruit again. The God-given vision demands to be heard, demands to be prophesied to the world, but only a priest may speak to the twins and for the twins. Will you keep it inside, or will you step into the path of the twins have revealed to you? Somebody shoves you in the back, and you snap out of the vision. Turn around to see a small but decisive troop of commoners moving quickly through the crowd. They're led by Sophia. Since she sees you, she signals them to stop. Sophia, so you're here too? Going to rush to college, are you? Can't you see it already? The laws cannot be trusted. They gave you the right to study here just to throw you a bone. When the going gets tough, your masters will take it all away. It's time for you to decide. We are the Lawless, and we are not putting up with the system any longer. We will fight for a new world. Are you coming with us, or are you going to submit to them? There are students and professors locked inside the college. Who knows how long one rogue will maintain the siege? What if they start slaughtering people? Neither group of nobles will care what happens to them. I'm going to go inside and pull them out. Come with us if you're ready to take control of your own destiny. The tension in the square is palpable, and the situation is about to implode. Students, commoners, nobles of the mantle, followers of the new faith, all of them are gathering their forces to move on the wall of the soldiers. They expect the nobles to let them through en masse. Surely they won't start a massacre. The Lawless, led by Sophia, prepared to break through the siege to rescue the people in the college. And all while the priests preach peace to both sides of the conflict. The college is your only way into the nobility. Only you can fight for your new lot and fulfill your duty to your family. You could organize an offensive strong enough to get into the college, and thus seize your lawful right like a true nobleman. Yet the revelation about the wrath of the gods still pulses in your mind. Once revealed, this vision will take you on a different path. Standing with the priests and preaching what you have just seen, warning all the dire dangers of the path of warring estates, bringing the twins' word to the people and guiding them to salvation. Could this be your new lot? Sophia and the Lawless, they expect you to join their struggle. They are waiting for you to cast off the old ways and to end the eternal yoke of subservience. If you choose this path, you will not change your lot and your suffering will continue, but your suffering might just change the world. This is the moment. Your future life will be decided here and now. We can break through the cordon into the college because we have a diplomacy of 10 or higher, and also more than 10 or higher on valor. We could have preached the revelation because we have a high eloquence, but we could also choose a lot less. Well, we are going down the path of the noble, so we qualify for both these elements. So we're going to break through the cordon into the college and choose the path of the nobleman. You get to work recalling the books of military tactics you used to study as a boy. You call out to the students and children of noble around you and assume command. They hear you and they listen. You stand together in close formation. and march towards the weakest link in the line of nobles. More people join you along the way. A veritable phalanx of young men armed with nothing but determination against the noblemen's swords. Noble militia readies their steel. The Arcanian officer in command of the section halts you and orders you to turn back. Step forward and give him your reply. These people are here to study at the college as the Emperor himself has decreed. You have every right to fulfill the imperial law, and any noble who dare to intervene will be defying the Uther Tempest II himself. Your plan works. The officers hesitate when confronted with your words and your vigor. The noble militia is no longer ready to use their swords. This is your chance. You command your forces to focus their advantage in numbers for a singular push. The militia line breaks. You reach the college gates. More people start running for the breach. Nobles get their bearing quickly enough to restore the line, but your phalanx is ready inside. You waste no time and begin barricading the gate. The students who were stuck inside the college run towards you. You quickly tell them your plan. Block all the doors and windows with whatever comes to hand before Monroe forces can get in. If they do get in, only the twins know what they will do. One by one, all the entrances are swiftly barricaded. The riot outside the college has calmed for a moment, it seems. Through an open window, you hear Monroe giving orders to the militia. The Archduke is forming a strong perimeter outside the college, ready for a proper siege. Students and professors of the college go to the balcony to negotiate. You're among them. Agarius. Surrender and leave this building. I am not here to kill or execute you. No loyal subjects will die by my hand. The humans boo and jeer at Monroe's proposal. The dean himself appears on the balcony. The imperial family established the college, he claims, and he cannot defy orders given by the great Arcanian Tempest dynasty. So the college remains besieged. The noble militia stands in a circle around the building, but there is no preparation for an assault. The outrage in the square continues. You remain in control of the college for the entire day and the following night. But at sunrise, the Emperor's herald arrives in the square. He brings news. The Emperor is delighted to see Archduke Monroe in the capital, yet he demands that the noble militia of Monia vacate the square and allow classes to begin at the college. The besieged college celebrates the news. This is the work of Cornelius Tempest, great chancellor and emperor's brother. He managed to convince the emperor to order Monroe to withdraw. Even the Archduke of Monia, the most powerful noble and lord in all of the empire, cannot disobey direct order from the emperor. Still, the college would never have held out for an entire day without your phalanx's determination and your daring plan. You, the people of the common estate, have secured your right to study and earned a noble lot. The college is open again, and the entrance exam will take place in a few days. You aren't nervous at all at this time. All the lessons at home, the books, the schooling, your own noble actions, all that work and effort has finally reached its culmination. The procedure for appointing a provincial overseer, the 5 great Arcanian dynasties, the proper rights of all the states, you answer all these questions with ease. Hours pass, and the dean of college reads the names of the new students to the young men gathered at the college steps. Your name is among the first. He praises what you did in defense of the college. People like you are the Empire's future, Sir Brante, he says. Sunlight fills the college square. It feels so soft and soothing here in Eterna, not as harsh as it gets in Anazade. You watch the pillars shine in the sky as you walk down the steps of the college. You are Brante, the 3rd judge in the family, the man who will soon join the family's noble blood tide. You've seized your right to achieve the nobleman's lot. You should write to your father now. He will be so proud of you. Path of the Nobleman. All right, and I believe we will go ahead and pause here as we made a gigantic life decision As you saw, we had 3 different paths that you can choose in this game that you're going to follow through the rest of your life. And we chose the path of the nobleman. So make sure to join me the next episode as we go further down this path of nobility. This is Leeroy from Leeroy Gaming. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're enjoying this content. And I'll see you in the next video.